The year was 2010. Alex was surfing the web late at night, in the quiet of his room, deep in an old forum. A strange word appeared: Bitcoin. It was described as digital cash, without banks or governments, just lines of code. It was like a whisper from the future. He leaned in, curious, because the idea was wild, completely out there. Money from mathematics, not from a pressing machine. Cryptography was its guard. Decentralized, they called it. Big words, bigger ideas. Alex felt a spark ignite. This could be truly huge, he thought. He decided to take a punt, just a small, cautious bet. 100 pounds sterling, that was his total stake. It was pub money for a weekend or a couple of decent takeaways. He found a seller online. The process was rather rough, confusing, definitely unclear, like the internet's wild frontier. But he got his coins. Digital, weightless, his own. Friends just laughed, calling it fake money. But this wasn't about fast cash, not back then anyway. It was about an experiment, a new world perhaps dawning. This humble 100 pounds was a ticket, a front row seat, cheap, to see what might happen next. A digital revolution in the making, or just an internet dream? He waited and watched closely. The game had just begun. So, Bitcoin. What is it really? Try to think of digital cash, existing purely online, always. You can send it anywhere across the globe, instantly. No need for a bank in between. It's peer-to-peer, direct, person-to-person, simply. Magic? Not quite, no. It's just very clever maths and a revolutionary concept. A public ledger records everything. This ledger is called the blockchain, a long, ever-growing chain of blocks. Each block, a list of transactions open for all the world to see, but anonymous too, in a way. Your coins, your secret digital key. Satoshi Nakamoto designed it all. A genius, a ghost, a mystery. Nobody truly knows who, and this added to the allure. Society scoffed loudly. It's a dangerous bubble, they cried. A fad, a complete fraud. Newspapers printed dire warnings. Esteemed economists shook their heads. Utterly worthless, they declared. Alex heard all the noise. His family worried constantly. His colleagues at work teased, still playing with your internet money? He held firm, he kept faith. Alex saw something beyond, way beyond the current headlines. He saw the underlying vision, a true currency for the internet age, with a limited, finite supply, like gold. Only 21 million Bitcoin, ever. This scarcity, he reasoned, could mean value. It was a calculated, informed risk, a very small, personal bet on a potentially massive idea. He believed. Others did not. Then the volatile market crashed. Not just once, but many times. Prices went absolutely wild, up like a powerful rocket, then down like a heavy stone. Panic spread like wildfire. Bitcoin is finally dead, they yelled. Alex watched his 100-pound investment. Sometimes it shrank, a lot. The pressure mounted. Sell, now. Friends urged him to escape, but Alex didn't flinch. He held. He remembered his why, the groundbreaking technology, the dream. These were just growing pains, a new type of asset finding its way. He studied the market patterns, fear, greed, endless hype. He deliberately tuned out the noise, focused intently on the long game. His personal conviction only grew stronger with every downward lurch. Doubt crept in sometimes, naturally. Late nights, anxious, racing thoughts. Was he just a fool? Were all the critics actually right? He reread the Bitcoin white paper, the elegant, simple maths, the strong, growing community. Belief flooded back into him. This was much more than money. It was a global movement, a challenge to the old ways. Perseverance was his sturdy shield. It took genuine courage to stand almost entirely alone, to think so differently from the crowd. The world pointed fingers, laughed, then it watched, intrigued. Alex held. He just held. Through all the fear, uncertainty, doubt, that FUD, as they called it. His small, almost forgotten bet, still there, silently waiting, biding time. Years slowly rolled by. Tick-tock. Bitcoin survived. It thrived. The market price started to climb, steadily at first, then sharply. 1,000 pounds, then 10,000 per coin, then much, much more than that. Alex's initial 100-pound stake. It was growing unbelievably fast. The wider world was waking up. Big institutional money noticed. Bitcoin was now serious business. The headlines started to change, from dangerous scam to digital asset, from worthless tulip bulbs to digital gold. Experts who once openly mocked it, now they analyzed, they praised. Alex's quiet, steadfast faith, once seen as odd, now visionary. Friends started asking, "How do I buy?" He just smiled a knowing smile. He knew. He had seen it. The potential was always there. That original 100 pounds, it blossomed. It truly bloomed into thousands of pounds, then hundreds of thousands, then, one unforgettable day, it crossed 1,000,000 pounds. And it didn't even stop there. From a curious forum post to genuine financial freedom. Wow, just wow. A life changed forever. Alex's incredible journey teaches us, see what others do not yet see. Believe fiercely in your vision. Hold steady through the inevitable storms. Calculated risks can indeed pay off. Foresight is a powerful, potent tool. That small initial bet wasn't just on a coin. It was an early bet on the future. And the future finally arrived. Handsomely. Very handsomely indeed. The believer was rewarded.